watching ETVN Philippines.
Good afternoon, good evening, at saka good morning. Kahit anumang oras po kayo nanonood sa aming channel, Emmanuel TV Network. Ito po ang Katolikong Broadcaster Online. At ngayon po, maganda po ang ating pag-uusapan. Ito pong Trillion Peso March. 1 trillion pesos. Kasi yan po ang kinukurakot dito sa ating mga proyektong kontra sa baha na pumapalso. Kaya at ating pong kapulong ngayon, ang isa po sa mga nag-oorganisa sapagkat ang ating pong simbahan ay kalahok dito. Meron po tayong Church Leaders Council for National Transformation at ang atin pong kapulong ngayon ay ang isa sa mga kaparian po na sumusuporta po rito sa ilalim ng pamuno ng mga obispo, Father Albert Delbo. Delbo, tama po. No? At siya po ay sa kasalukuyan namamahala po ng mga eskwela po sa ilalim ng metropolitan jurisdiction ng ating na nasa ilalim po ng Arsobispo ng Maynila. Pero at ang lawak po nito, 10 dioceses po ang sakop nito. Pero ang ating pong kapulong natin po ngayon tungkol dito sa trillion peso man. Magandang araw po, Father Albert. Kumusta po ang takbo nitong ating rally? No? We're one day ahead, one day before.
Magandang hapon sa lahat at saka paunmahin na konti sapagkat galing lang ako sa bout with cough and colds but on the way to recovery.
Maganda naman ang boses. Okay naman yung tunog. Sige po.
So far so good ang preparation. And we have all bases covered so that the rally tomorrow will become and will unfold and become an end to be prayerful and peaceful. So all bases are covered. Of course, bukas sa People Power Monument, that's the place and moment of convergence. Sapagkat may ibang grupo na may rally sa Luneta.
Oo, merong iba pang rally.
So, we are not the organizers of that rally in Luneta. We respect their organizing and their messaging right there. Pero dito sa People Power Monument ay talagang dapat ay prayerful at saka peaceful. At ito ay moment, an event of convergence. Dito ang aming agenda dito ay hindi, simulan ko na ngayon, hindi po to topple down.
Okay, importante po yan.
This is not organized and it's not within the agenda, explicit or implicit, to topple down the present administration. Absolutely not. Second, it is not organized and it's not within the agenda, explicit or implicit, to weaken the government or cause destabilization. Neither it is organized or within the agenda that PBBM be ousted. Wala pong ganyan. Kaya kung may mga messaging ang ibang groups o ibang individuals, ibang communities na nagsisigaw ng ganyan, hindi po yan sa amin. Hindi po nanggagaling sa Church Leaders Council for National Transformation. And the other groups that are supporting us and in solidarity with us have pledged their commitment na ganun din ang shared aspiration ay susulong, which is to demand that those involved in the conspiracy which has been deep and long and massive, which is corruption, theft, corruption, and plunder, all of those who are involved in this massive theft, corruption, and plunder be investigated and be tried, made to undergo trial, and then penalized or punished appropriately,
Oo.
corresponding to the nature and extent of their culpability and liability, and then made to ought to be ordered to return what they have stolen, and not just
Balik
the
pera.
full amount. Hindi lang full amount,
Oo.
dapat double.
Mm-mm.
Sabagat kung nagnakaw tayo sa kapwa mayaman, kung mayaman tayo, example, kung mayaman tayo, magnakaw tayo sa kapwa mayaman, ibalik na lang natin yung full amount.
Oo.
Pero kung tayo ang nagnanakaw, may kapangyarihan tayo, may posisyon na pinanghahawakan, pag tayo nagnanakaw at ang masisirang buhay ay ang mga mahirap,
Oo.
ay double lang,
Ay,
at
tama.
least double lang ano yan,
Oo.
ang restitution.
Oo.
So yan ang aming isinusulong yan. Of course, we will have 5 demands, 5 calls, which we will explicitate tomorrow during the program. 5 ang mahalagang demands and calls. Isa na po yung sinabi ko ngayon.
Na maibalik ang pera at panagutin ang mga nagkamali, ang mga nagsakasala.
Yeah, panagutin, litisin, tapos ikulong, at saka ibalik ang mga ninakaw. Twofold.
Now, nabanggit nyo, binigyan din ninyo sa umpisa pa lang na ating usapan na talagang walang kinalaman dito sa mga destabilization na maaaring sinasabi ng mga grupo. Siguro isang dahilan kaya para bang pinalalabas nila yun dahil ginanap sa People Power Monument ang rally. No? Dahil siyempre, dyan nangyari yung dalawang instance na nagkaroon ng pagbagsak ng gobyerno. Yung sa ating dating Ferdinand Marcos Sr., ang ama po ng ating kasalukuyang Pangulo, tapos si Erap Estrada. So yung pong, I guess that's part of why some people are saying that. Pero sabi nyo nga, hindi yan ang pakay ng grupo nyo.
Hindi po. In fact, isa sa mga meetings namin, we were considering Luneta. Kaya lang, ang sagot sa amin, may technical working group kami nagpunta doon, ay hindi magbibigyan ng permit. At pangalawa, ang reason talaga, may gamit ang Luneta. Kaya kami naman ay law-abiding, hindi naman i-assert yung ating karapatan dyan. So kami naghanap ng lugar. It was also suggested Ayala, Makati, or Liwasang Bonifacio. Pero ito ang mahalaga, nasa gitna po kasi ito eh. Nasa gitna. Pero hindi naman namin yung wala sa agenda yung dapat sa People Power Monument, because we want to weaken or topple down the present government. Neither do we want to likewise bring down or oust President Ferdinand Marcos. So we respect him, and in fact, he has his contributions by declaring mahiya naman kayo, and by declaring makapal na, malalim na ang kalawang ng korupsyon. But also it is within his power, authority, to bring this movement to fruition para malinis yung mga sangay ng pamahalaan. Lalo-lalo na kung saan may katiwalian. Dapat ay malinis na yan sapagkat kung nalilinis po yan, ang ating bayan ay mas maganda ang kanyang kalagayan. No? At ang kalagayan ng mga kapuspalad, aangat din po yan. Naaayon sa karangalan ng bawat nilalang ng Diyos. Pero sa nakawan, katiwalian, nalulubog sa kahirapan ang maralita, samantalang ang nangungurakot, ang mga tiwali ay namamayagpag. So, we cannot allow this situation to continue and persist.
Ngayon kayo yourself also are an educator, ano? Which means matimbang din sa inyo kung ano ang nagiging isip-isip ng tao pag nakikita nilang yung mga magnanakaw nakakawala, hindi pinananagot, at ang taong bayan nalulugmok. There is a moral scandal na nangyayari. Can you comment on that aspect of this whole corruption issue the degrading of our morals po.
Well, talagang ano to, no? Talagang complex reality ito that has been going on. And as I've said, it cannot be allowed to continue because it will destroy democracy, it destroys morality, it erodes confidence in government, and it compromises public services that the government should render to the people, especially those who are economically challenged. And it also compromises, it destroys the future of the young. And it does not bring the nation to a level that will be respected by the communities of nations. Nakakahiya ito sapagkat tayo pa naman ay Catholic nation. And yet corruption is massive, extensive, and long-running. So, napakadaming nakukompromiso dito. Kung kaya dapat naman kumilos tayo dito, but of course, mapayapa, mahinahon, mapagdasal. We do not support any movement or any agenda that is characterized by violence and destruction.
Now, you mentioned nga, very stress. You really stress that point. Now, one aspect din that some of the political analysts might point out is that sa pag-atake po nitong mga tiwali, no, it may undermine people in the administration, no? Katulad niyan si Speaker Romualdez, ang pinsan po ng Pangulo, napilitan ng magbitiw sa pwesto. What if this campaign to bring to justice these politicians who were had abused their power for personal gain, what if it starts to erode the top leadership of the administration? And will that be a point to say that this will weaken the administration po? No.
Well, ang amin ay we recognize that in the government, in the various departments that comprise the Philippine government led by President Marcos, there are many people who are individuals with integrity, ethicality, and morality, and hardworking, and really selfless, not greedy, not selfish, not megalomaniac, So we recognize that. Dami nilang ganyan. Marami dyan na ideal at saka trustworthy government servants at various levels or in the various departments of government. But we cannot also deny, and everybody knows, that there are some elements in every department or in every level that need really conversion, radical conversion for that matter. Because either they are tempted or they are victims of extortion or they are perpetrators of bribery. But because of greed for power, greed for money, and greed for reputation and fame, ito ang nakakasira. Kaya dapat nagsisimay moral din palang transformation ito eh. Individual moral transformation that starts from the heart. At saka ito ay dapat nakakaroon ng implication, ng impact sa moral transformation ng society. But certainly, too many good people are in government. But there are also some elements that are not really good and could be involved in collusion to commit evil instead of collaboration to pursue the common good and seek the common good for the majority, if not all, of the Filipino people. May collusion dyan. Kaya itong kaso ito, anomaly related sa flood control projects, ang laro dyan, network niya ay may collusion. How could that have happened if only one or two or three or one level of in society is or are involved? Madami yan. How could that might be released napakadami. Tapos ay may red flag na dapat ang amlan yan.
Oo.
At saka, bakit ang lalaki ng commission? 60% nawawala along the way. 40% na lang ang nakakarating sa actual project. At mabuti kung nakakarating yung 40%, hindi pa nga nakakarating sapagkat ghost project
Ghost project,
ang
oo.
kinalabasan.
Oo.
So, kawawa ang mamamayan, kawawa ang mga kabataan, kawawa ang ating bansa, kawawa ang ating kinabukasan pag hindi tayo magkaroon ng tinatawag na transformation of the heart, conversion of the heart, and transformation in society.
Ito hong transformation na ito, syempre pagbabagong loob ng ating sambayanan, ano? How, in concrete terms, how can the people, how can the nation and the church undertake this change of heart po?
Well, una ay dilalaman ito sa sinabi ng Pangulo ng CBCP, Ambo Cardinal David. Sabi niya ay dapat maging mapagmatsyag tayo at saka magkaroon din ng conviction at saka commitment to be honest in our dealings with others, in the place where we work, where we conduct our ministries. Dapat merong talagang nagsisimula doon.
Oo.
So, may societal dynamism ito, but may personal, individual dynamism. Ang maganda nito, kung ang bawat Pilipino ay talagang namumuhay at naghahanap buhay, nakikitungo sa isa't isa sa paraan na tapat, honest, sincere, and selfless, caring, at hindi lang yung advancing the advantage of one or selfish motive, that would be a great contribution to national transformation.
Ito pong grupo na ito, magrarally bukas, what would be the next step? So, to push forward the agenda, and you, in particular, you're working with media po, no? That's a very powerful thrust or tool to really advance the goals. So, what would be the next steps for this National Transformation Alliance to really push forward your agenda po?
Ang aming napag-usapan ay hindi ito bukas lang at tapos na.
Oo.
So may mga, kaya nga, kahit bukas o itong mga nakarang araw, may mga events na ginaganap o nagaganap sa iba't ibang lugar ng buong bansa. At bukas may mga simultaneous events din sa mga ibang lugar ng bansa. Okay. Tapos, may mga subsequent din ito. With regard to what subsequently, hindi pa kami clear dyan. We'll be talking about those. But ang isang halimbawa, itong yellow ribbon, which, not yellow ribbon.
White ribbon.
Sorry.
White na po tayo.
Yellow ribbon. White ribbon.
Ito pare-pare.
White ribbon, sapagkat ang aming many groups are one and motivated by purity of intention. Kaya white. At alam naman natin na basic colors, if they're blended, they come up white. White. Kaya white ribbon ang symbolism nito. So, bukas ang pagkakabit ng white ribbon ay hindi lang bukas. So, tinatawagan namin ang lahat, gamitin niyo po yan sa pang-araw-araw na buhay, Monday through Sunday, thereafter. Hindi lang bukas ang paggamit, paglalagay ng white ribbon. Para pag nakita tayo, nagkakakitaan tayo, ito din pala against corruption. May ginagawa siya na against corruption din yan. Okay? At gusto niya isulong ang good governance. Tutuloy-tuloy po yan. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lang to bukas at tapos na. May mga upcoming organized events that will be staged, but certainly and always peaceful, prayerful.
Our youth in particular, siyempre, they're the ones na we want to really make sure their values are not corrupted by everything that's going on. No? What would be particular efforts to really make sure to safeguard the values of our youth in this time na sa nakikita na sa paligid nila kung ano mga kawalangan nangyayari.
Oo. Kaya dapat i-inculcate sa mga kabataan at saka sa kanilang imbibe sa kanilang psyche and that they become mindful that the aspiration and the search for power, money, prestige, and fame are not the ultimate ideas that well-intentioned individuals should go after. They're all transitory and temporal. In fact, if we are not careful, they destroy us. They can destroy the nation. They can destroy the people and the future. Ang dapat i-imbibe natin ay selflessness, mindfulness. We become mindful with regard to the consequence, implication of my personal discernment, personal decision-making, and personal action. So dapat ay may mindfulness para doon pa lang na-check. So we've got to be, the youth are gently advised to be prayerful, of course, discerning, and be mindful of the implications of their actions, and likewise the consequences that they will create in society, in the community. And of course, the youth should also be gently advised that these worldly realities are not the ultimate ideals we should be aspiring for. We rather nurture, we rather advance love of God, love of the country, love of the poor, love of our future, and love of the Filipino people.
This, inabanggit niyo yung pagmamahal natin sa Diyos, sa bayan. Yun po ang humina na Kumbaga, that has faded in favor of so many distractions in our time. And especially, para bang ang tutok na lang what's in it for me? Pansarili na lang na nais. At yan po siguro ang isang dahilan kaya nagkaroon nga ganitong katiwalian. How do we bring back precisely these things? Love of God, love of our Lord Jesus Christ, love of our faith, and love of our country. This, wala na ho aminin natin, yan na po, nakalimutan na, and how do we bring it back? I mean, how do we do it in media, in education, in our conduct in families? Yun po, how do we do it? Okay.
Well, ang maaaring gawin natin dyan ay sa schools, halimbawa, educational institutions, dapat we have to recraft our ways of imbibing values, teaching values. And then, it has to be complemented with modeling. Modeling on the part of educators, on the part of those in charge of the education of the young. Because outside, powerful ang temptation to go after money, to go after power, to go after fame, prestige, and at times by all means, regardless. Pero hindi pa dapat ganyan. So hindi ba masama na magkaroon ka ng masaganang buhay, magkaroon ka ng kapangyarihan, magkaroon ng fame o prestige o influence, basta sa maayos na paraan na dapat pinapakita mo, that's the fruit of your hard work and the fruit of being selfless, and individuals are capable of sacrifice for the sake of others, not just your own agenda, but also be mindful of the others around you now and later. Dapat kino-consider natin yan lagi, hindi lang personal agenda. But we have to strengthen values formation, but also modeling. Modeling can also be should also be done on the part of the leaders, and leading simply with simplicity, living with simplicity. So ito yung mga panawagan na magagawa din natin in our own ways.
distorted values na tinutukoy po natin. Unfortunately, these are also sometimes or many times, yan ang ipinangangalandakan sa advertising, sa negosyo, sa pamumuhay ng mga kilalang tao. Katulad po nung napakaraming mga kotse na pinakita doon sa video tungkol sa isa sa mga kontraktor. Yan po ang parang kinagigiliwan sa media, and you're in particular focused on the social communications in the national transformation. No? What can we say that, for instance, people who are in the media and the businesses that make use of media for commercial reasons, how can they start to be less promoting of really excessive lifestyles po? Kasi karamihan yan na-imbibe ng tao kasi napapanood sa media, sa advertising po. Opo.
Okay. Ang magandang sa tingin ko ay dapat itong mga influencers or corporate entities. Dapat how I wish and how my prayer is that in advancing their business, they be guided by moral principles as well. That they should be mindful of what the implication could be and what the impact could be upon the young, upon the Filipino people in general. So, hindi lang pera-pera lang yan. Hindi lang yan, kapangyarihan lang yan. Dapat may social conscience, moral conscience dapat na may nag-guide at saka nag-inspire sa kanilang decision making, even if they are in business or they are influencers. Dapat they have to consider what could be the implication of this to the country, to the Filipino people, to the young. It is their social responsibility, and they should also be guided by moral principles in their deliberations, discussions, discernment, and decision making.
Father, I think this is a good time for you to really put across the core of the national transformation message, and I invite you to directly address our viewers po as a final message for you.
Okay, so maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig at sa inyong atensyon at panahon. Ang aming panawagan ay ang sumusunod na sa aming paniwala makakakontribute sa national transformation. Number one, unang panawagan ay dapat expedite ang investigation, trial, and punishment and restitution on the part of those who are liable, accountable for these scandals related to the flood control projects. That's one. Second, we believe that the pork barrel, the confidential funds, as well as budget insertions should not happen, should be prohibited, and should not be given anymore to our government politicians, to the politicians who are running for positions in government, either legislative or wherever. So dapat wala na yung mga pork barrel na yan, wala yung budget insertions at saka unprogrammed funds and confidential funds. Third, ay dapat the government should create or allow people's participation. At least people become aware on how budgets are deliberated and crafted so that transparency and accountability are seen by the people. Hindi lang yung ilan lang, sila-sila na lang. So the way I understand, of course, Congress yan. Tapos may committee, tapos may BICAM, and then lalabas ang GAA. Somewhere in the middle, nandun na yung mga insertions at saka unprogrammed funds that have been allocated. So that's why our group is demanding gently but firmly that no more to pork barrel, no more budget insertions, and no more confidential funds. Okay, third, we are also calling on that political family dynasties be ended. Kasi yan din ang mahirap. I don't believe in allowing political dynasties to thrive because that can also be disastrous to the nation and the country and to the young. Lahat na lang sila na lang. So let us amplify the possibilities and prospects of many people able to serve government. Hindi lang isang pamilya o dalawang pamilya. Okay, and finally, panawagan din namin, we call on government officials elected or appointed or employed, even also private contractors, they should be conducting themselves with high ethicality, morality, and integrity in public service. So with those being pursued and advanced, certainly, logically, there will be national transformation. But again, national transformation on the outside and public should also begin or complemented with personal, individual conversion and transformation.
Marami po salamat, Father Albert. At ito po, ating nananawagan din sa ating mga tagapanood. Isaloob po natin ang mga inihayag dito ni Father Albert tungkol sa pagbabagong loob at pagbabago ng ating sambayanan, national transformation. Yan po ang hangad nitong ating trillion peso march bukas at mga patuloy pang pagkilos nitong Church Leaders Council for National Transformation at iba pang grupo na lumalahok sa inyo. Salamat po sa inyong panonood at i-share po ninyo ito at mag-subscribe kayo at mag-like para itong mga mensahe natin dito ay maipaabot sa ating sambayanan at sa ating simbahan sa Pilipinas.
At kung idagdag ko lang,
sige po.
Hindi rin ito, ang aming prayer rally bukas ay hindi din ito step towards a demand or plan to bring back the former president. Wala din po. Hindi po yan. Hindi din po yan kasama. At hindi namin yan pinag-usapan. Hindi yan kasama po sa agenda. Agenda ay motivated by purity intention and really to put an end to grand-scale theft, corruption, and plunder. Yan lang agenda. Labanan ng mga yan.
Thank you po, Father Albert. At thank you sa inyong panonood dito po sa Emmanuel TV Network, ETVN Philippines. At bukas po, magkita-kita po tayo sa EDSA, yan po sa People Power Monument para sa trillion peso march kontra sa kurakot. Hanggang bukas po.
You're watching ETVN Philippines.